Hey, party people. I just got done playing the Masters. I'm a scratch golfer. It's a special night. Hi, Toni Z. I love you, sweet sister. It's good to see everyone. Toni Z is a special lady to me, and no, we're not in the mafia together. Yeehaw! Well, I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. You know I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train that keeps on rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, probably drinking coffee and smoking fat cigars. I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. But those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Yeehaw! This prison, if that railroad train was mine, then I'd move on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle just home my blues away. That's right. For sure, ma'ams and sirs. Blockers, it's a block party. Everyone is here. It's a block party. Fellows Forge, great to see you. All right, I'm going to go back to the very beginning and welcome everybody. Andale, mara, speedy. Oh. Stay safe on the roads. Pardon me, I'm getting choked up. It's a special night tonight. I'm happy to see everyone. Jerry Parker, thank you for sharing it out. You have spread the word. Here's the lady of the moment, the lady of the night, Ms. Toni Zumpano. Hi, Toni Z. I'll fill you guys in really quickly, and after I welcome everybody, as to what's happening and why I need to sell her collection off, and why there are other people who have donated to tonight's festivities, and I'm really excited about tonight. So, John Jacob Jingle Hammerschmidt. Hi, Ron Pierce. Great to see you as well. Mr. Richard C. He's a traveling man, made a lot of stops. Jack Allman, the brother and protector of the tribe. Hi, Jack. Good to see you, buddy. Choking Ghost. Hello, everybody. Good to see you, Choking Ghost. Kevin Hawthorne. Good to see you. Thank you for the email. Kevin Hawthorne. That was very thoughtful of you, always. All right, keep it moving. Rhonda. Her name is Rhonda. Good to see you, Rhonda Tolliver, the lucky one. I gotta keep it moving. Mary Okay. Oh, Jack, I was meaning to cheers you. My coffee is really hot, so I don't want to burn myself. If I get a little overzealous with the coffee and I burn myself, then the outfit is no good because I'm just in pain all night. I don't want to be in pain all night. Let's go, Buffalo. Sure. Richard Metcalf, how do you afford your rock and roll lifestyle? Good to see you, Richard Metcalf. I want to make sure I welcome everybody. First off, Dennis Featheringham, thank you for your support as well. Dennis, I know you have some pennies that are waiting, and I'll send them whenever you want, honestly. And I never mean to hold anybody's stuff for too long. Yo, fan, he is our friend that lives to the east. JJ says, hi, Richard. Yo, fan. Hello, my friend to the east. Good to see you, buddy. Michael LeFew. My name's LeFew. How do you do? Now you're gonna die. It's good to see you, Michael LeFew. Blue Moon B, I got to be sweating. No, it's not that hot. Actually, if I close the blinds, good to see you, Blue Moon. I skipped ahead a little bit. 949er, I see you. Ramno, I skipped ahead and I saw some people. Whoops. I sometimes have to do that. Dan and Kristen Wade, great to see you both. Love the Wade family. Storica. He's handing out high fives. I was playing the Masters U.S. Open Titleist Dansko golf tournament earlier. AZ Coins, good to see you. Good evening. Mike Schleiz, good to see you, my friend. Frank Mons, fun non-fact. CanCan learned how to play this in Folsom. I learned that's where they taught me Folsom Prison Blues in Folsom Prison. But you don't need to know why I was there. Mark Scarlatta, and I see Sir Freak, say chic, freak out. Good to see you, freaking awesome. Good to see you, Mark Scarlatta. All right, keep it rolling. There's the trains. Thank you. Jerry Parker knows what's up with trains. It's a train. Train, keep it rolling all night long. That's actually a song by the Boston band. What are they called? Oh, yeah, Aerosmith. Bellows Forge, good to see you. That's right when I came in and I started like cheating and seeing people in the chat. Good to see you, Bellows Forge. Coin Shield Collectibles, what's up? So good to see you, my man. Got some old school friends, and you remember Coin Shield. I know you remember Toni Z. Toni Z is an old school person that I want to recognize really quickly after. NH Greg, good to see you, buddy. NH Greg's a good guy. So is Sunday Peak. Hi, CanCan and chat. Good to see you, Sunday. 949er. 949er. My 49er. There's Ramno. Good to see you, 949. Good to see you, Ramno. All right, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I don't want to miss anybody, but I also want to. Dove season. I know I'm looking spiffy, my peaky blinded brother. Can't. I have some glasses I'll bust out. Wendy, hi Wendy. Happy June. Love you, Wendy. I'm so happy that it's June. June. Oh, and also happy birthday to all. I dig sheet. What happening? Puff puff pass. Go to the kitchen. Say hello to I dig sheet. I dig sheet. Great to see you, buddy. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see everybody. Hi, Amy Harrell. I'm glad I didn't miss you. I don't want to miss anyone. There's Toni Z. Good evening, everyone, and much love. She is the lady of the hour. Lots of power coming through. All right. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Storica, thank you for being a member for 38 months. Holy crap. Of the balcony. It blows my mind that I've known Tina. Hi, Tina, Furry Plants and Coins. Okay, I think I've caught up with everybody. If I missed anybody in the chat, please forgive me. Richard Metcalf, member for 42 months, 2 full years. Whew, almost. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone. Like, there's going to be some fun tonight. There's going to be some surprises. Freaking awesome. Sir Freak, say chic, 37 months. You guys are amazing. You guys and you ladies, let me just first welcome you to the CanCan auction. You have to be 18 or older for the Mama CanCan is here. All right, hold on. We're gonna go down memory lane for a bit. Mama CanCan, go CanCan. Love to you, Toni. Mama CanCan has broken bread with Toni Z, and honestly, you know, we do consider her family. When you break bread and you have those moments with people, you kind of just, you know, sometimes, and we just know with Toni Z. Mary B, thank you so much. Member for 45 months. I know I owe a lot of Frank Mon's goat sounds. Block as member for 3 months. Thank you, my man. Doesn't matter if you're a new one or an old one. Sunday Peak, member for 13 months, over a year. Thank you all. Block. I'm the newbie. We love you all the same, blockers. It's a block party. All right. Just one large for everyone. Gatita also. Great to see you, Gata. Thank you so much. Member for 11 months. See, like a year. Like, all right. So I want to first, like I say, welcome everybody, but I also want to give something away. We're going to do the early bird giveaway. The early bird giveaway, I kind of piecemealed from a few people, and some of them are actually in the chat. So it's interesting. You know, I've accumulated things over the years, and I have some things that I haven't done anything with, and I'm just kind of waiting on. And tonight was kind of one of those things, and I'll add a thing or two to the things tonight, but I just kind of want to give you an idea of the eclectic value of tonight's giveaways. CanCan, did you see my flower short? It was a surprise grow in my yard and cracks of cement. New month surprise. I did not, Wendy. If one of the mods don't mind putting it in, I know we're about to do a giveaway, but if one of the mods will put it in maybe after the giveaway. I know you can't stop nature. I love that, Wendy. We are nature, and you can't stop us. And we're majority of us, human beings, all of us. We are water, and water is really powerful, a really powerful force. So one guess only. I'll show you after you win, but a couple of these things I'll just show you really quickly. These come from Toni Z. These are red, uncirculated, last year issue 1958 and 1958D Wheaties. Steelwool Queen. Popcan says hi too. Hi, Popcan. I'm wearing a golfing outfit. Maybe Popcan can appreciate it too. All right, so one guess only. Closest without going over will be our winner. You have to be 18 or older and live in the United States. If you live in Canada, I will send it to you, but you just have to wait like a month. I'll send things in 1 month. That being said, I should not do it in this. I gotta do it in a non-leak through. Wait until I put the range in the chat, and then you'll have until I finish playing a little song tonight. And if you get your guess in before the song is over, you are in. One guess only, though. If there's a tie, we will do a tiebreaker, so don't retract, please, or you'll be disqualified. All right, good luck, everyone. Here we go. Here we go. It's time to win something. Here we go. $200 to $300. Go. Spent my days with a woman unkind. Smoked my stuff and drank all my wine. Made up my mind to make a new start. Going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that they're all the same. The sea was red and the sky was gray. I wonder how tomorrow could ever follow today. The mountains and the canyons started to tremble and shake as the children of the sun began to awake. Better watch out now. Seems like the wrath of the gods got a punch in the nose. Starting to flow, I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. Reach right there with the path runs straight and high. Find a queen without a king, so she plays guitar and cries and sings. La da da da. Ride a white mare in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman that's never, never, never been born. Standing on a hill in a mountain of dreams, I'm telling myself, not as hard as it seems. All right, everyone. S to the T to the O. Get your guesses in. 200 to 300. S to the T to the O. P. Stupo. Good luck, everyone. Stop. All right. The number we're looking for, closest without going over, 213. Whoever went somewhat low. How low did you go? I just watched the coolest Netflix show on Led Zeppelin. Sweet, Frank. I'll have to look at that. 213. Jimmy Lacari, good to see you, buddy. Lacari, excuse me. I think it's Lacari. Diamond Lou. I only guessed one time. Okay. Stop the presses. Choking Ghost only guessed once. He's got a habit for having fun and guessing liberally. Coin Shield at 200, but also actually 250. Coin Shield, I got to disqualify you. You guessed twice. Bent Offings, good to see you, Bent Offings. I see I Dig Sheet. What happening at 210? All right. I'm going to have to wait and see. Dale M. I miss Dale M. Dale M. Hi, Dale M. Totally missed you. Hold on one second. No, I gotta look back further in the chat. Hi, Silverjack. Good to see you. J Money, good to see you as well. Hi, Cranky Stacker. I almost missed you as well. Hi, buddy. 214 to GMAP. Hi, my silly friend. Dale M, I see at 213. I see GMAP at 214, though. Oh, I see you too, Victoria. What's up, Victoria? All right, do I have GMAP at 214? 710 is oil upside down. I want to make sure. I don't want to. The number was 213. Oh, yeah, the number was. It was 213. Thank you, Rhonda. The number was 213, and it was Dale M on the money. Thank you for keeping me in check. I see you, Rhonda, and I understand your words. Thank you. The number was 213, and it is Dale M. CanCan, know your number. And Dale, you got it on the number or on the money. So I will send you something as well in addition on the nose. All right. Congrats, Dale M on the nose. Let me show you what you have won. And I wanted to send it to JJ, he says. All right. Dale, you got it, man. He says, gift to JJ. Dale M on the nose. He says, gift that to JJ. All right, hold on one second. I wanted to play this too. This is what got me a little thrown off. Can I have your email? Hey, EMO. Good to see you, EMO and Dina. If you are watching, great to see you both. All right, this is something I wanted to just play really quickly, and it goes to Toni Z.
Thanks. This is a song about a superhero named Toni. It's called
Toni's theme. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Toni. It's the Pixies, Toni's theme. That's all I'm gonna play. All right, this goes to Dale M, but it's also actually going to JJ. Early bird on 6/16/25. Early bird 6/16/25. Two of these are from Ms. Toni Z, JJ, 1958D and a 1958P. Compliments of Toni Z. Another 2024 PBU nickel from Namaste Forget Me Not from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Tripoli Country Club. What's up, GMAP? What's up, Mr. Uncle Robert? The clubhouse number, the pro shop number. You'll get the Tripoli Country Club vintage matchbook. Also from Mr. Ramno, you'll get Rose Quartz and Tiger's Eye little hearts. Thank you, Ramno. Also from Ramno, the Protect Our Future, and it says bullion, not bite. That's all I'll say. And also, you'll get a silver sandwich. What? You'll get 2 Buffalo Nickels sandwiched with the creamy goodness of a Mercury dime. So 2 silver Buffalo, or 2 silver, not Buffalo Nickels, 2 silver war nickels and 2 silver creamy fillings of Mercury dimes. And then to wash it down, you'll get a Pepsi. All I wanted was a Pepsi. She wouldn't give it to me. I'm not crazy. You get the Pepsi cork bottle cap. So JJ, congratulations. That is a gift from Dale M. Thank you, Dale, for considering giving that to JJ, and he's very, very deserving. All right, well, Jimmy, you need CanCans. I know, choking ghost. I'm not crazy. You're the one that's crazy. You're driving me crazy. No more mulligans today. Okay. Eyes on the prize. Frank, I'm going to do it. I want to welcome everybody. Mary, before you start to drop the hammer, and Copper Owl Coins. Great to see you, Copper Owl. Thank you for being here. Let me just kind of ease into this really quickly. Toni Z does not have a channel where she has content or anything. But when I first came to the coin community 5 years ago, at the very beginning of pandemic, that's how I found the coin community. I didn't come to the coin community or know, quite honestly, about the coin community until pandemic. And then I was welcomed into the coin community with welcome arms. Quite honestly, I don't really have a bad thing to say about anything in my experience here with the coin community, and I really have a lot of warm feelings with so many of you. Toni Z was at a big channel, and I'll say who they are. When I first came to the coin community, hi Lisa, B from JB Coins, and now it's BB Coins Inc., I believe. I became a mod and just kind of met a lot of people, and Toni Z was the person who made me feel really welcomed, but also inspired me, quite honestly, because she sent in some things to be given away on their live streams, and it just made me think, like, wow, like what a beautiful gesture. And I watched a lot of people on the coin community for like a week and a half before I jumped onto the carousel, if you will. And then once I jumped onto the carousel, I met a lot of really wonderful people, and many of you are still here, and many of you are a result from that night. Hi, Brent Strato, welcome back, my friend. And then a lot of you I've met along the way, and so just to kind of keep it really simple, Toni Z inspired me flat out. She just really made me like amazed with the giving spirit, and also how people can just come together and get together for a fun cause. And then cut to Toni Z asking me to kind of sit in for BB Coins Inc. While they were hanging out on a Friday night with their grandkids, I believe. And so she said, CanCan, why don't you go live and give us a place to go on a Friday night? And I said, okay, sure, I will. And at that point, I had been doing just live streaming with everyone in the lounge, kind of, but I hadn't really done much organized, anything. And Toni Z kind of brought that on, and she's just a beautiful lady. She inspired me to give. She's given so much to the coin tribe when we have done charitable auctions, and to me personally, CanCan Collectibles, but Christopher, the person and the person that is CanCan Collectibles. That being said, we're going to jump into lot one. I bought her. I want to tell you, she's in a bad way. She still has to have surgery. She's already had surgery, and we're here to basically uplift her, to lift her spirits, and to really just let her know that she matters, and that will help her during her recovery. This is semi-key date. I'm going to put my, oops, hold on one second. Here we go. $10 starting bid. We have Choking Ghost. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, hold on one second. I have to add my, I got to reboot my, give me a second. Yeah, it's not working. Remove. All right. Let me try it again. 1 second. Present. Extra camera. There we go. Yep. I was trying to figure it out, Richard. All of a sudden I lost my scope. So here we go. 12 to Mark Scarlata, 13 to Choking Ghost. Let me put my glove on and show you what we're looking at. All right, so semi-key date, 6,045,000, looking for 14, 1910S wheat cent. Still has a lot of the wheat stock. Jack comes in at 15, 16 to Choking Ghost. Looking for 17. We had a flash flood warning. Jerry, stay safe, my man. I know that the Durbans tonight or earlier today on their auction had a tornado warning in Minnesota. Choking Ghost at 16, looking for 17. It's a nice looking small cut on upper right reverse CanCan. Let me check, Frank. Let me just show you really quickly. I'll get down on the JC likes Pam in at 17. Thank you, JC likes Pam. Good to see you, bud. All right. Small cut upper right reverse. No, I think it's just a ding, Frank. Quite honestly, I think that's just a ding above the M, and yeah, I think it's just a dinger. It's a rim dinger. It's a blemish. All right, we're at 17, looking for 18. 25 says EMO. Thank you, EMO. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. We got EMO now at 25. Let me pull back out of 30 says Choking Ghost. 'Tis just a flesh wound, but a flesh wound. Really? It looks like you're really hurt. I'm still quite alive. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Thank you, JC likes Pam. Appreciate you. Good to see you too tonight. Thanks for coming out and chilling with us. 30 going once. We will say 30 going once. $32 says EMO. It's in the game. 30 to EMO. 35 says Ghost. Right back out to the Ghost, says EMO. Thank you, EMO. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you, everyone who is bidding. We'll say going once to Choking Ghost at 35. Thanks, JJ. Going twice. Choking Ghost at 35. Going, two, choking, Ghost. All right, last chance to dance. Here we go, everyone. Get your bids in at 35, looking for 36. We are S to the O to the L. D. You got JJ counting her down. If you get in before, we'll keep it going, but not for long. 35 and JJ is counting it. Sold. Thanks, JJ. Choking Ghost 35. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. Let me show you here. Choking Ghost at 35. Whoop. Thank you, Choking Ghost. Congrats. 35. Moving on to lot 2. Lot 1 is in the books. 35, Choking Ghost. Lot 2 coming up. This is a silver proof dollar from 1987. And let me switch it up. Thank you, Mary. All right, 1987, San Francisco, 90% silver dollar. And that's the We the People. It does not have the clad. It comes only with the silver dollar and the COA. All right, there you go. Proof 1987 San Fran, 90% silver, and it comes in the clamshell. Here we go. Looking for $20. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union. 200th anniversary Constitution. Looking for 20. %90 silver. San Fran. Dove says, come on, guys and gals. All right, 25. Count it down to Dove. Thank you, Dove. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. Going once to Dove. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. Thank you so much, Dove. Dove. Going twice to Dove. Going twice to Dove. It's got the, matches my outfit too. Last chance to dance at 25 to Dove. Strong opening bid. Counter down. Going to Dove season. JJ's counter down in the chat. Get in before the 1 if you want it. And 36 is what we're looking for. Or 26, excuse me. Soul, the Sun. Thank you, JJ, for counter down. Thank you, Rhonda. And that one goes to Dove season. Thanks, Dove. 25. Do. 2's in the books. 25. Open and bid. Strong one to Dove. Thank you, buddy. Dove 91. There we go. Lot 2 is in the books. 3 is coming up. Some silver proofies, and these are 90% silver Rosie dimes. These are all of them starting for a $10 starting bid. Hold on one second. There we go. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Rhonda. Here we go. All right. 1952. So this is for all of these. 9 silver Rosies. And they are all proofs. 12 to 10 to Johnny. Johnny. What's up, Johnny Rainbow? 11 Copper Owl. 12 to Dove season. William Tell made it. Good to see you, William Tell. All right, so these are all silver proofs. 1952, 1954, All right, so we don't have the 53, 52, 54. Dove back at 17 after Copper Owl 15. So 52, 54. Here's 56. $19.56 proof. $19.59 proof. Copper Owl at 20. Dove Season at 22. There's the 59 proof. Here is the 58 proof. Oops, I guess I went out of order. So you got the 58 and the 59 proof. Copper Owl at 23. Here is the 60, 60, 61, 62, and 64 is what's left. There's the 60. Copper Owl at 23, looking for 24. That's not my name. Hi, Vincent. Good to see you, bud. How are you? We're helping out a friend tonight. That's 1960p. We're at 25 to Dove Season. Here's the 1961p. These are all P proofs. Copper Owl at 27. There's a 62 right here. The Ting Tings, that's right, Choking Ghost. The two Tings. All right, there's the 62 proof, and then the last one is the 64 proof. We're at 27 for these 9 proofs. Any other interest? Looking for 28. That's not my name. They call me Stacy. They call me Jane. All right, we're at 27. I think we're pausing. B-Rad, what's up, buddy? Prayers for Toni Z. Good to see you. Thank you, B-Rad. Looking for 20 out to Copper Owl coins. Thank you, Dove. Looking for 28. We're at 27 to Copper Owl. Going twice. Looking for 29. 1962. Tip the cat to Dove. Last chance to dance. Counting her down. Here is a 61p. And we are sold. Congratulations. Thank you, Copper Owl. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. Copper Owl at 27, I do believe. Yep. All right. 1 second. Lot 3 is in the books. 27 to Copper Owl. Congrats. Whoops. Let me switch this over. Yeah. Lot 3 is in the books. 27 to Copper Owl coins. Congrats, Copper Owl. 4 coming up. We already got a $20 bid to Mr. Dove Season. Vincent comes back at 21. This is a 1926 SP dollar. Let me show you what we got here. Looking for 22. We are definitely below Melt. And Dove Season at 23. Dan Wade at 25. All right. 26 to Richard Metcalf. 27 to Dove. All right. 26. Ramno at 32. Richard C. at 35. Here is the estimate mark right below the 1. There's the piece. Dale M. Lisa says, or he says, hello to Lisa. Darn, I was slow on this one. Richard C. at 35, looking for 36. 1926 peace dollar from San Fran. Thanks, Choking Ghost. These were Tony Z's. Any other interest? Looking for 36. We got Dove Season out. Thank you, Dove, for your bids. 35. Going once. Richard C. at 35. Ramno in at 38. 40, says Richard C. 43, says Ramno. Richard Metcalf is out. Thank you, Richard. 1926S. $45, says Richard C. That's his final bid. Going once. Right, Wendy? Peace. And then I think the greatest grouping of words is on the Fugio, mind your business. Out to Richard C, says Ray. Thank you, Ramno. All right, we are going once at 45 to Richard C. I'm getting along. That's sometimes the best we can do, my man. Dan. 45 going once. Richard C. Thanks, Rhonda. Going twice. 41. It's got a little bit of rim damage on the sides above the T and the A. Above the T and the A. Whoops. That's not true. All right, Richard C. So saying thanks. Last chance to dance at 45. Sold 45 to Richard C. Congratulations. Thank you again, bidders. 45, lot 4. Richard C. He's a traveling man. Made a lot of stops. BH Ringer, good to see you, bud. I hope that you are healing well. I know that we need to send some healing prayers to and good vibes to BH Ringer. Lot 4 is in the books. Richard C. at 45. Congratulations. Papa Frank, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Good to see you, my man. Deep appreciation to you too, Papa Frank. He goes way back. God is great. Konnichiwa. Good to see you, Samurai Ken. All right, let's go back to lot 5. Here we go. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I got a great distraction from, and also another great friend. Hey, gang, Wolverine 1371. Great to see you, Wolverine. All right, let me move on to lot number 5. This is a PD&S of the 1921 Morgans. And let me show you really quickly. But $20 starting bid on each of them. So there's $60 on all 3, or on all 4, or all 3, I should say. Here we go. Looking for a $60 starting bid. PD&S of the San Francisco is the one that's in the most circulated condition. All right, so the one right here that's darkest, that's the San Fran. The one in the middle is the Philly, and the one on that side is the Denver. So the Philly is probably in the best condition. 60 to Dove Season, 61 to Blue Moon B, 75 to Richard C, 76 Blue Moon B, 77 Dove Season, 85 to Dove Season, just above Richard C. All right, hold on. 86 to Blue Moon B. All right, here's the D. This one is the D. $90 to Richard C. 93 to Dove Season. All right, this is the Denver. The D right above the D, O, and dollar. 96 to Richard C. 99 to Blue Moon B. Looking for 100 on the 3 Morgans. All right, there's the D. Here is the S. The S one, like I said, has the most, I guess, color or wear. Here's the 1921 S. Oh, do we mind going on the Richard? Do you mind going at either 100 or 10? Oh wait, Blue Moon at 108. Do we mind going on the 10s? Can we go 110 to Blue Moon? There we go. Richard C at 115. Thank you. Just try to stay on the 5s if you don't mind. It's just so much easier with math. 115 to Richard C. This is the S, and here is the P. The P is definitely in the nicest condition. These have been tested with the Sigma, the coins tonight. I want to thank CLMK. She gifted me a Sigma, and Ramno kind of helps me to learn how to use it too. Sometimes I thought something was not quite right, and he's like, try this other setting. And I was like, oh, yep. That's right. Math's hard, okay. just going up 5 CanCan. Blue Moon says 120. Thank you, Blue Moon. Dove is out. Thank you, Dove. So here's the 1921 Philly. The Philly is definitely in the best condition of the 3. AU to BU for the Philly. The other ones are definitely AU to VF. Here's the Denver, and here is the San Fran. 125 Richard C. 130 to Blue Moon B. This is the San Fran. Has the most wear and discoloration. All right, Blue Moon at 130. Looking for 135 says Richard C. Final. 135 to Richard C. John Haynes. What's up, John Haynes? Nice to see you. Welcome to the auction. John, this is just because we're doing a charity auction tonight. Can you send me an email, please, just to register so that we know that you're a solid bidder, and we'll keep you on file for tonight and for the following nights. But just because we're doing a charity auction tonight, can you just register with us? And by us, I mean CanCan Collectibles. Rhonda has put it in the chat. Thank you, Rhonda. Blue Moon comes back at 150, but we'll kind of pause for a quick moment. But John, glad that you found us, and just want to make sure that everything's on the up and up before we go forward with bids. We got some people coming out and wanting to do some good things tonight, and we just want to make sure that everybody's a part of that. Thanks, Richard C. All right, we are at 152 Blue Moon B. 152 Blue Moon B. Going once at 150. All right, there's the S. Let me put the other ones under there so you can get an idea. Here is the Denver. Last chance to dance at a 1, a 50. JJ's throwing on the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your bids in. 150 looking for 155 to Blue Moon B. Thank you, Blue Moon. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. Congrats, my friend. Whew, I'm done. Thank you, CanCan. Thank you, Blue Moon. Hold on 1 second. All right, Blue Moon at 150. Lot 5. Blue Moon B. Lot 5 in the books. 150 Blue Moon B. Thank you, my friend. All right, lot 6 coming in hot. Here we go. This one is a special one. It is the 1926 S PCGS MS64 Oregon Trail. Looking for a 200 starting bid on this one, and it is most beautiful. Show it to you under the scope. Frank Mons comes in at 200. Thank you, Frank. United States of America. This is a commemorative $50, 83,000 minted, and you got the United States map. Looking for 205. No worries. William Tell. We can wait until Friday. 220 says Ramno. 275 says Frank Mons. William Tell is out. Thank you, William. Appreciate you, my friend. Frank at 275. You got the In God We Trust. Oregon Trail Memorial 1926. Frank at 275. Looking for 280. We'll say going once at 275. 280 says Ramno. We got Ray at 280. Looking for 285. Frank Mon says 285. Thanks, y'all. $285 to Frank Mons. Whew, it's pretty. Ray says out to Frank. Thank you, Ray. All right, we're going once at 285 to Frank. Going once at 285. Looking for 290. The fine battle indeed for this nice coin. It's a sweet coin. Going twice. Thank you, Rhonda. Going twice at 285. 285, looking for 290, and we are counter down. Last chance to dance. Jack Gallman comes in at 300. We got Jack at 300 now. Counting it down again at 5. Last chance to dance. Frank, we're looking for 305 now. We're counting it down again from 5, JJ. It's not sold. We got Jack at, thank you, JJ's counting it down at 5, looking for 305. Thank you, Copperall. I'd be in if I didn't spend my money at the Tulsa show. All right, we do have it now sold. Thank you, Frank, and everyone for your bids. Jack got in. He wanted it. Congrats, Jack. That is a beautiful coin. Jack, congrats, my man. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. Jack at 300. Lot number 6. Jack Ullman. Congrats, Jack. Lot number 6 is in the books. Coming to you, Jack. 7 coming up. After 7, we have a special lot, 7A, and that one is going to go. It's a donation lot, exclusive donation lot that's going to Toni Z. So Mary B has put it in the chat. Dove season is in at 11. These are 7 proof silver quarters, and these are nice. Dove in at 11, looking for 12. Here we go. It's every year, 1960 through 1964. So you got 1960. These are all from Philadelphia. They are proof. And 1960 proof. 1961 proof. These are all 90% silver, and they are proofs. 15 says Dan Wade. 20 says Ramno. Here is the 62. 22 says Dan Wade. 29, tripping on a nickel. What's up, Thomas? Tripping on a nickel. 62 proof. 63 proof. William Tell comes in at, I see you, Mary and Dove, 31. 40 to William Tell. Here's the 63, and here's the 64. So they are all proofs and 90% silver. We're at 40, looking for 41. Thank you, William, or Dove. He says, out to William Tell. Go get him. Thanks, Mary. That was fast. Thank you, Mary. All right, so 64 through 1960. You get every single one. Here's 63. Here's 62. Going once. Going twice at $40 to William Tell. Looking for 41. There is the 62. Here's the 61. Thomas tripped on nickel in at 41. Here is the 61. And here is the 60. Pretty. They're pretty. Looking for 42, going once at 41 to tripping on a nickel. Tripping on a nickel. Thomas tripped on a nickel. Oops, I tripped on that nickel. Thank you, William Tell. All right, 41 to Thomas, going once. 41 to Thomas, going twice. 41 to Thomas, tripped on a nickel. Last chance dance. Looking for 42. And JJ's counting it down. Here's the 1963. Looking for 42. If not, we are S to the O to the L. D. Sold. Tripping on a nickel. Congratulations. $41. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, bidders. All right, let me move this over. All right, Mary, we have the special one. Just 1 second. 41 to Thomas. Tripped on a nickel for lot 7. Lot 7, 41. Thomas tripped on a nickel. What's up, Speedy? Underlay, modest, Speedy. Hey, I had to deal with a blowout in Virginia. Oh, crap. Speedy, glad that you're here, buddy. Stay safe on the roads. All right, we're going to go to a special lot right now. This is the one where I'm donating. I want everyone to be clear on this lot. This is a special one where I'm donating this lot, and I also have something else to donate with it. But you're bidding on this, and all the money will go to Tony Z on this lot, and also this lot will go to Tony Z. So you're not going to win this lot, only this lot. Everything else will be sent to you. If you win a lot other than this 7A, everything will be sent to you. Otherwise, this one is going directly to Tony Z. And it's a $1 starting bid. Did the Peace Dollar go already? Yes, the 1926S did. Johnny comes in at 1. All right, so $1 starting bid, and I'm going to read to you. Richard C is in at 40. I'm also going to donate the St. Christopher pendant to Tony Z. So this is going to go to Tony Z as part of this. And of course, she's a beautiful Italian. Protect us, Italy. And it's St. Christopher is the saint of travel. And she has a long journey ahead of her, and Tony, the St. Christopher, is coming to you. Protect us, Italy. And then also this, we have $40, and again, this lot is actually going to Tony Z. So you're bidding just as a donation to Tony Z. Uncirculated condition, 90% silver. This is so she can get her collection back up and running. Here we have it. I'm going to read to you now why I chose John Fremont. John Fremont, from 1813 to 1890, was a legendary trailblazer in the American West, known as the Pathfinder for his frontier skills. He was also a prolific writer and the subject of many renowned tales. Additionally, he was one of the foremost politicians of his era. Fremont was born on January 21st, 1813 in Savannah, Georgia. After briefly attending the College of Charleston, he joined the U.S. Army and helped Joseph Nicollet survey the upper Mississippi and Missouri rivers. Between 1842 and 1846, he and frontiersman Kit Carson led expeditions to explore the territory between the Mississippi Valley and the Pacific Ocean, most notably along the Oregon Trail. Fremont believed that the United States had to manifest destiny to expand westward to the Pacific Ocean. In 1846, he arrived in California, which was Mexican territory, and organized American settlers to form the Bear Flag Republic and declare independence from Mexico. After resigning from the Army, he settled in California with his wife, Jessie Benton Fremont, the daughter of influential Senator Thomas Hart Benton. He became wealthy when gold was discovered on his land. After California was admitted to the statehood in 1850, he became one of California's first U.S. senators. Thanks in part to his opposition to slavery, Fremont won the Republican Party's presidential nomination in 1856, becoming the first Republican candidate for president. He lost the election to Democrat James Buchanan 4 years later and tried to win the nomination again, but was defeated by Abraham Lincoln. At the start of the Civil War in 1861, Lincoln appointed Fremont as a major general in the Union Army, although he saw limited military action. He resigned from the Army in 1864 and returned to the American West. In later years, he served as governor of the Arizona Territory. He died in New York City at age 77 on July 13th, 1890. What's up? Is Gunny here? Good to see you, Gunny. Glad that you made it. I'll get back on soon. Right on. All right, where are we? We're at 50 to Ray, I believe. Looking for a 51 donation. We'll count it down now. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, everyone, for checking this one out. $50. We're at 50, Chokin' Ghost. Looking for 51. And again, this donation goes completely to, the money will go to Tony Z and this coin and stamp set. 100 to Biggie, 100 to Frank Mons. We got 100 first to Biggie, 105 to Chokin' Ghost. Thank you all for considering this and helping out. Tony Z is definitely such a beautiful lady. Thanks, William Tell, for being here, buddy. Always great to see you. Take care. All right, going once to Choking Ghost at 105. Oops, here, let me update this. 105 to Choking Ghost. 125 to Frank Mons. Hey, Doug Wagoner, good to see you as well, my friend. Thanks for coming and checking us out. This one is going once at 125 to Frank Mons. Good night, Richard C., Mr. Traveling Man. Good night, Mrs. Traveling Man. Thanks for coming and chilling with us. All right, I think Blue Moon is stepping in to help out with JJ and Rhonda. Thank you. Going twice at 125. Counting this one down to Frank Mons at 125. Last chance to dance at 125. Thank you, Blue Moon, for helping out. Thank you, JJ. JJ's counting it down. 5, 4, 3, 2 at 125. Oops, we got to wait for JJ. Thanks, JJ. Enjoy, says Toni. Or oldies but goodies. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. So, Frank Mons, thank you so much. Toni Z, this is going to you to replenish your collection that you had to give up. And I know that these will be nice things for you to kind of have and look at and think about us and know that you're not alone in your recovery back, because it's not going to be an easy recovery, and we know that. So thank you so much, Frank Mons. That is sold at 125. Frank Mons. That's for Frank. All right, going on to number 8. Here we go. I know, I saw that, Rhonda. I thought of oldies but goodies. Oldies, Uncle Al. Love that guy. Miss him too. All right, we're going to love that goat. See Big E. All right, hold on one second. I'll match Frank's. Big E says, I'm going to match that 125 and send it to I got you. I see it. Thank you, Big E. He's going to match that 125 and send it to help out with Toni Z and what she's dealing with. So, oh man, I love you, buddy. Thank you, Big E. Thank you, Frank. All right, $20 to, here we go. Ooh. All right, here we go, y'all. 1964, proof 67. We got $20 to Johnny, looking for 21. Proof 67 for the 90% silver. Vincent's in at 25. We're PayPaling you. Yes. If you don't mind, friends and family, Frank, if you guys have dealt with me in the past, obviously you know that you're going to get your coins that you bought or bid for. But because this is going directly to, if you want the most money to go to Toni Z, just send friends and family, and of course I'll send you the tracking number as soon as I mail stuff out to you. But yeah, if you don't mind friends and family, just because it'll send the most to, it'll make me be able to send the most to Toni. Michael LeFew, $5. Thank you, buddy. Michael LeFew. Vincent at 25, looking for 26. Thank you, Michael LeFew. Mama CanCan, $4.99. Thanks, Mama CanCan. She's the home lady. Thank you, Pop Can. Robert Pintoff at 50. Robbie P in the place to be. Good to see you, Robert Pintoff. Thanks for being here, Robbie P. $50 to Robert Pintoff, looking for 51. 1964 proof 67. It is not the accented hair, but it's still really pretty. And 90% silver. Proof 67 going once at 50 to Robert Pintoff. Mama CanCan, what's happening? Michael, if you, thank you, friends. Shiny says oldies. Going once, looking for 51. Thank you, Lisa. Going twice to Robert Pintoff at 50. 50 for 50. Final warning, last chance to dance. JJ is going to count it down at 50. Get your bids in if you want at 51. If not, we are S to the O to the L D. At 50, I do believe Mr. Robert Pintoff. Hello again, RP. Congrats, Robert Pintoff. Sold at 50. Thank you, everyone else, for your bids. Lot 8 in the books, 50, Robbie P. Thanks, Robert Pintoff. Lot 8, Robbie P for 50. Thanks, Mary. Right in step. All right, here we have the 1964 90% silver JFK half. This is a Philadelphia Mint State 64. So Philadelphia Mint State 64, starting bid is 20. We got Johnny in at 20, looking for 21. So MS 64. So this is not proof. This is a business strike Mint State 64 for the Philly. Vincent in at 22. Mary B in at 25. Let me show you under the scope. You can check it out a little better. I'm going to need you to move over. There we go. All right, 1964, Mint State 64. Mary at 25. Lots of luster left. Lots of luster left, ladies and lads. I love alliteration. Looking for 26. We got Mary at 25. Going once at 25. Looking for 26. Mint State 64 on the 1964, 90% silver. Philadelphia. 25, go in, last chance to dance. JJ will count it down. Thank you, buddy. 25 to Mary. Looking for 26. Mary at 25. And we are S to the O to the L D. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, bidders. Vincent and everyone for your bids. That one sold to Mary at 25. Lot number 9, 25 to Mary B. Thanks, Mary B. I wanted to do more, couldn't figure out how to do it. I'll have to send it to you and figure out how to get it to Toni. Much love. All right, Mom, no worries. I'll figure out a way to have you send it to me, and I'll send it to her directly. Lot 9 is in the books. 25, Mary B. Congratulations. Thank you again, everyone. Lot 10 is coming up right about now. Send it to Toni. All right, hold on one second. Did Mary say that? Mary, oh, thank you. All right, hold on one second. Send it to Toni Z. All right, Mary. Back to Toni. gift back to Toni. You got it. Lot number 9, Mary, $25 gifted back to Toni. This is a song about a superhero named Toni. It's called Toni's Theme. Toni, Toni. All right, lot 10 coming up. Here we go. 20 to Johnny, 25 to Vincent without even seeing it. Here we go. This is the 1964 Denver, and we are at 25 to Vincent. 1964 Denver, Mint State 64, 90% silver. Kennedy half. All right, let's check it out. All right, there's a 64 obverse. Here's the mint mark right there above the A. Looking for 26. Nice looking coin. Going once at 25 to Vincent. Look, I need this one. 26 says Mary. Mary's in at 26. She says she needs it. Looking for 27. Vincent's back at 27. Looking for 28. This is a Mint State 64, 1964 Denver. Take a little sip. Vincent at 26, looking for 27. We'll say going once. Or Vincent at 27, excuse me, looking for 28. Reading is difficult. Last time says 28, Mary B, 28 to Mary. Looking for 29. Vincent says out to Mary. Thank you, Vincent. We are at 29 going once. Mary B. Going once at 28. Thanks, Lisa. Going twice at 28 now. All right, last chance to dance at 28. Looking for 29. JJ's counting her down from 5. Mary at 28, looking for 29. And we are S to the O to the L D. So Mary B, congratulations. Thank you everyone for your bids. Mary at 28. There we go. Thanks, Mary. Let's move this over. 1964D. Lot 10, Mary B at 28. All right, we're going to get into the Benjis, y'all. This one is the best of them all. Looking for a $50 starting bid on this one. This is the 1954 Proof 64 Benji. 1954 Proof 64 Benji. Looking for 50. Ramno's in at 50. Looking for 51. Show it to you under the scope. Ray's in at 50. Proof 64. Thanks, Mary. These were Toni's coins. All the rest of them from the next one on 1958 through 1963, they're all proof 66s. This is a proof 64, but it's a 1954, which is much more difficult to get a hold of and get at a higher grade. Any other interest? We got Ramno at 50, looking for 51, going once. It's a proof 64, 1954. Papa Frank Guido. When a Benji hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, 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 that's amore. We got Papa Frank at the old speed limit, 55. Thank you, Papa Frank. He knows Toni Z well, and it's great to see you. Thank you for supporting her, Papa Frank, and coming and seeing us. Papa Frank at 55, going once. Thanks, Lisa. Yep, y'all are rocking it. Thank you for coming and volunteering your time, just chilling with us with your time and bidding on things and just supporting Toni and the things that she does for everyone. Last chance to dance. Here we go. Count it down at 55. We're going to be friends, says Mary. 55. We are sold to Papa Frank at 55. Congrats, Papa Frank Guido. Thank you so much, everyone, for your bids. Lot 11 sold at 55. Papa Frank. Congrats, Frank. Hold on. Mary, don't worry. I will remember and send you a super chat or a goat. Lot number 11's in the books. Frank, Papa Frank, $55. Thank you so much. And Mary B, thank you for the $5 super chat. I will play that later for the end of stream giveaway. All right, lot 12 coming up. Here we go. Proof 66, 1958 Benji. Johnny's in at $30. CanCan, email me with the information regarding. I will, Papa Frank. I promise. No problem. Hi, Kevin Dobbs. Great to see you, bud. Thanks for coming and chilling with us. All right, we are at 30 to Johnny Rainbow, looking for 31. Proof 66, looking for 31. Papa Frank Guido in at 35, looking for 36 now. All right, so 1958 through all the next lots, 58 through 63. These are all proof 66s. So 35 to Papa Frank going once. Every single one is a proof 66 from here on out, and it's the rest of the run of the Benjis, 58 through 63. Going once at 35 to Papa Frank, looking for 36, going twice. Then we are going to get in more trouble with the third person, Rhonda. Sounds like fun. Trouble's fun. All right, last chance to dance at 35 to Papa Frank. JJ's counting it down. 35, looking for 36. And at 35, it looks like we are S to the O to the L. D. $35. Congratulations. That one is going to Papa Frank again. Thank you, Papa Frank. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. 12 for 35, Papa Frank. And no worries, Papa Frank. I will send you an invoice. No problem. I'll send everyone an invoice tomorrow. You're welcome to pay on your own, or I will send an invoice tomorrow within 24 hours. Lot 12, Papa Frank, $35. 13 is coming up. Looking for $30. This is the proof 66, 1959. Benji. Looking for a $30 starting bid on the 1959 Proof 66, Benji. Papa Frank hits in at 40, coming in hot. Thank you, 40 to Papa Frank. We got Papa Frank in at 40. Oldies but goodies. What a beautiful coin. Thank you. Toni had some great taste, has some great taste. Those elegant Italians, I tell you. And Papa Frank is right there bidding on them. But so many of you, I just got to tip the hat. I thank y'all for being here and for really rallying around Toni Z. She's a special lady. Looking for 41. We got $40 to Papa Frank going once. Proof 66. 1959 Benji going twice at $40. Looking for 41. 1959er. Proof 66. Last chance to dance. Here we go. JJ's counting it down. Oh, GMAP comes in at 41. Looking for 42. We'll count it down again. Looking for 42 now. We got GMAP at 41. 41. Thank you, JJ. 45 says Papa Frank. I know, Choking Ghost. These are really beautiful coins. Proof 66s. I mean, she got the whole run of Proof 66s. You know, some people just like to collect a certain mint, a certain grade, a certain run of coins, a certain grade and mint of coins, things like that. 45 to Papa Frank. Last chance to dance. Here we go at looking for 46. And we are S to the O to the L D. Thank you, GMAP, for your bids and everyone. Papa Frank comes back at 45. 45 to Papa Frank. 13. Papa Frank, 45. All right, here we go. Lot 13 in the books. Papa Frank at 45. 14 coming up. Whew. Thanks, Mary. Here we go. $30 starting bid on this one. What's up, Otis Cauldron? 1960, Proof 66, Benji. $30 starting bid. Again, another Blazer Benji. 35 to Richard Metcalf. Thank you, Richard Metcalf. Proof 66. $40 to Papa Frank. Whew, it's so pretty. Toni's got some great taste. 1960. These are Blazers. Proof 66. All right, Papa Frank at 40, looking for 41. Any other interest? 42 says Richard Metcalf. 1960 Philadelphia Proof. 45 says Papa Frank. Woo, boy. Looking for 46. We'll say going once at 45 to Papa Frank. Oh, Mary, that sucks. I hate hearing that. Fighting a bad cold and a nasty migraine. Stay strong, Mary. All right, looking for 46. We're going once at 45 to Papa Frank. 1960 Proof. Richard's out to Pops. Thank you, Richard Metcalf. All in, last chance to dance. We got Papa Frank counting it down at 45. Looking for 46. If not, we are S to the O to the L. D. Papa Frank Guido, thank you so much. Congratulations. Thanks again, everyone, for your bids. Papa Frank, 14 at 45. Thank you, Papa Frank. That's amore. Lot 14, Papa Frank, 45. 15 coming up. Couple more Benjis, everybody. These are still just as sweet as the last. Johnny's in at 20. Papa Frank in at 30. This is a 1961 proof 66 Benji. Papa Frank in at 30. Looking for 31. Let's show the coin off. $30 to Papa Frank. 1961 proof 66. PCGS Gold Shield. There we have it. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. It's not, what is there, a DD? I think it's a DDR on the 61 proof. It's not. I looked at the coin over and over again. I think I can. Right on, Mary. Don't get a worse migraine or headache. Looking for 31. We'll say going once at $30 to Papa Frank Guido. Yeah, we got 949er. $40 to 949er. 45 says Papa Frank Guido. We got some Italian versus the donkey fighting going on. This is not going to go well with the Dominic the Donkey. Chickadee ching. Dominic, your stream makes me pee a lot. Well, thank you, Wendy. I guess. Welcome back, 949. We got Papa Frank at 45. What say you, donkey? I need the 56 to 59 proofs. Ooh, you just missed a few of them, Kevin. I had the 58, 59. Yeah, I had the 58 and the 59 and the 55, or 54, but you didn't need that one. Good night, Diamond Lou. Love you, homie. Take care, Big Lou. All right, 45 to Papa Frank. We are going once at 45. Papa Frank Guido. CanCan, much safer than a diuretic. Thanks for that endorsement, NH Greg. I am much safer than a diuretic. I will not get all up in your business like that. Going twice at 40, I think. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I know what I'm saying. 45, yes. Looking for 46. Papa Frank at 45. Last chance to dance. All in at 45 to Papa Frank. And we are S to the O to the L. Almost D. 45, Papa Frank Guido. Thank you so much. I like to know that I'm safe, but safer than some things are. Papa Frank at 45. All right, lot 15 is in the books. 45, Papa Frank, congratulations. And Love you, Tony Z. I know you do, Papa Frank. I was so glad that you emailed me the other day, and so glad that people spread the word and that you found out about it, because you just never know. And I'm not one to really spread, the word very much. I'm not a big self promoter, but when people get together and they can, help spread the word, it helps me out and it helps the person that I'm trying to help out. So lot 16, $20 starting bid, $30 already from Papa Frank. This is the 1962 Benji, proof 66. Doug and a beer. What's up, Doug Harding? I think I saw you. I don't know. Doug Harding, if you're here, good to see you, bud. We are at 30 to Papa Frank, looking for 31. 1962 proof 66 Benji. Let me show you what it looks like. Ooh, Ray comes in at $100. Ray at 100, bidding on the fives. After further review, I need the 50 to 56 Frankie proofs. Oh, crap. I had a 54 for you, Kevin, but now somebody else has it. 105 says, Papa Frank. All right, we got some bidding going on now. Thank you all for stepping it up, and just even the bids that you've been doing have already helped out a lot. Ramno hits back at 125 now. We got some serious donation bidding happening. 130 to Papa Frank. Dang. Ray and Papa Frank are digging in deep to help our sister Toni Z. And hi, Leanne. I love you too, sweet sister. How are you? Rhodey says, Papa not playing around. I know. Hi, Rhodey's. Papa need a brand new bag. Out to Papa Frank. Thank you, Ray. All right, we're looking for 135. We are at 130, and they definitely rock, Mary. 130 to Papa Frank. 1962 proof 66 Benji. We're going to count it down. 130 to Papa Frank. Going twice to Papa Frank. 130, looking for 135. I think we can count this down. Final warning, last chance to dance. Thank you, Lisa. JJ is going to count it down from 5. Looking for 135. If not, we are going to call this S to the O to the L. D. Papa Frank. Y'all, Ray, everybody with your bids, just incredible. Congratulations, Papa Frank, at 130. This one is coming to you. One more Benji, and then we'll get into some other coins. But thank you all for just rolling with these. 130 to Papa Frank. Holy cow. Tony, I'm going to be sending you some extras, and I'm so thankful. I knew that everybody would show up and really just donate, and I'm going to be so happy to donate so much more back to you, Tony. All right, 17 coming up. This is the last of the Benjis. Papa Frank, I'm going to send you, Papa Frank, this comes from Toni Z. I'm going to send you your coins in this because you bought the most of them. And so, Papa Frank, thank you so much. Oh, geez, we already have 20 to Johnny, 30 to Papa Frank, 100 to Ramno. This is the last of the Benjis. It's a 1963, the very last year of the Benjis, and it's a proof 66 like the others. And we got Ray at 100. Cool, Papa Frank. Yeah, I'll just send them, to you to protect them, and also that those were what she sent them to me, and when I purchased her collection, so you'll get the actual Toni Z handwriting and coin case that she submitted, to get the coins in, I believe. All right, Papa Frank comes back at 105. We got 105 now to Papa Frank. We're still in. Ray at 100, Papa Frank at 105. This is the last of the Benjis that are graded, and I think it's the last of, yeah, this is the last of all the graded coins, I believe, tonight. 125 says Ray. We got 130 now to Papa Frank. Let me show you the actual coin because you're bidding on the coin, not the holder. But it is graded at proof 66, the gold shield, which I believe you can look at the picture. I believe you can look this up and see the actual picture on their website if you have the gold shield. 130, Papa Frank will say going once. Looking for 135. Looking for 135. Ray comes back at 150. Donating big to Toni Z. We love that lady. 160 says Papa Frank. Toni Z getting some love in the chat. 160 says Papa Frank. Beautiful coin, but a more beautiful lady, Ms. Toni Z. Going once at 160 to Papa Frank. Out to Papa Frank. Nice touch, says Ray. No, thank you, Ray. Nice touch on your part as well. I have some other insert lots that I'm going to be bringing up, but they're not graded Benjis or anything, but they 100% will go to Toni Z. So, and some donations from some people that are here, and I want to thank them. Last chance to dance. Final warning at 160. Papa Frank at 160. I do believe we are S to the O to the L. D 160. Papa Frank Guido. Congratulations. Sold. Thanks, Papa Frank. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, everyone, for just coming and spreading some good vibes, because she is such an amazing lady. Papa Frank at 160. Mary, after this lot, let's do an insert. Okay, so after lot 18, I'm gonna do an insert lot. Lot 17 is in the books. 162. Papa Frank, congrats. Frank Mons, thank you so much. $4.99 super chat. Thanks, Frank. From one Frank to another. All right, here we go. Looking for a $5 starting bid. These are going to be, whoops, hold on. Exactly the way I didn't want to open them. All right, hold on one second. I just threw these on my lap. While we're waiting, why don't we play everyone's favorite game? I do layaway, right? Not really, Frank. I can't do it for a charity auction. I got to give the money right away to the person. Okay. All right. We are at target practice. Jeopardy. Looking for $5. Your timer ended. Okay, I'm here. All right, we're gonna start with. We need a $5 starting bid. These are 26 Buffalo nickels, partial to full date, 1918. With a little. Oh yeah, that has a off center. 1918 Philly, another 1918 Philly. Mary's in at $6. 1920 Philly. Another 20 Philly. So basically they go up to 1936. Another 1920 Philly. Can't show you every single one. 1923. This has a little asterisk. Oh, a crimper kiss. Oh, that's why I gave a little asterisk. Leanne is Johnny's in at 7. Leanne at 10. Here's some 26s. 1926. Speedy's in at 11. All right, here's some 27s. There's a few 26s. Here's some 27s. Kevin Dobbs in at 13. There's another 27. So some are partial dates, some are full dates, like I said, but still. Here's 28. Speedy's in at 15. There's a 1928. Let's see if this one has a stronger date. Speedy at 15, looking for 16. Kevin Dobbs in at 17. There's a stronger date, a little bit, 1928. But 1928S, actually. This is a 28S, I do believe. Yeah, that's a 28S. All right, let me write a mint mark on there. Ooh, thank you, Kevin Dobbs. We got Speedy at 19. Is this a 28S? Yep. 29. Well, it's got a scratch on it, but let's see if this 29 is better. 19. Yeah, that 1929 is better. All right. Looking for 20. We're going twice. Thank you, Blue Moon. Here's 20, or here's a 34. Going twice at 19. Some 35s and a 36. Last chance to dance at 19. Oh, got a scratch on that one. 35 Denver with a scratch. I'll put the D on there for you. Count it down. Last chance to dance at 19. S to the O to the L D. There's the 18. All right, we're sold $19. Congratulations. Good deal, Speedy. 19. Thanks, everyone, for your bids. Try not to dump these in my lap again. 19 to Speedy. All right, Mary, let's go to a different. I'm going to do an insert lot right now. So 18, excuse me, lot 18 for 19. Speedy, congratulations. 18 in the books. All right, so I'm going to put something in the chat right now, which is a, okay, thanks, Mary, no problem. This is going to be, so this is going to be an OBW roll. OBW. 5-cent Jefferson nickel. $20.24p. All right. I'm going to call this 18B. Yeah. All right, 18B. Lot. Okay, this is going to go to Tony Z. Good night, Ray. Thanks so much for your awesomeness. And this one is going to be 18B. It's a OBW Loomis 2024 P Jefferson Nickel roll. Thanks to Namaste Forget Me Not. This is a OBW roll, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I'm going to auction it off right now. Oh, did I put $5? Oh well, I meant to put $1, but oh yeah, $1. Oh, here we go. All right, $1 starting bid. Yeah. $2024 P. It is a Loomis roll. One side is obverse, the other side is reverse. 5 to Silverjack, or Kevin at 5, 6 to Silverjack, looking for 7. 2024 Philadelphia roll, uncirculated, Loomis. $7 to Kevin Dobbs. Kevin at 7, looking for 8. Might find some full steps in here. Silverjack is in at 8. I have looked through some of these that Namaste has sent me, and there are some with full steps for sure. I'm not going to say that there's definitely some full steps in here, but I would imagine that there are at least a few from what I've found. Silverjack is in at 8. Looking for 9. Big E 143 at 25. Good night, CanCan. Always have fun here. Good night, Doug Wagoner. Thank you so much, my friend. Glad that you came. Dinner time. Good luck, all. Good night, 949. Yeah, yeah. Good night, Lee. Good night, Doug. Great to see you both. Silverjack is out. Thank you, Silverjack. Silver of the Jack variety. Jack of the silver variety. Biggie at 25. Going once. Looking for 26. Oh, geez. What am I going to see here? The cubicle people. The cubicle people. The cubicle people. Wow. His head is so big, Leanne. Marilyn's head is so big. Going twice. Thank you, Lisa, for calling it down. 25 to Biggie 143. Last chance to dance. Final warning at 25 to Big E 143. JJ's counting it down. Looking for 26. And we are at 25. S to the O to the L. D. Thank you, Mr. Biggie 143. I'm also going to send you this old school Nichols roll. But Biggie 143, thank you again to Namaste for making this happen, to be able to get this out to Tony Z as well. 25 Big E. All right, 18B is in the books. $25 to Big E 143, and I will send you the other roller. Send it to Tony. All right, you got it. Thank you, Lisa, and everyone, for send it to Tony. All right, you got it. Gift to Tony. Thanks, Biggie. $25 to Biggie. He says, gift that to Tony Z. All right, 19 is coming up. 19. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Mary. Okay, let me All right, $1 starting bid on these, y'all. These are all uncirculated. The Japanese government. This is the $10 note MP. This is the $1 note MO, and this is the 50-cent note MP. CanCan sends me goat worksheets with my goodies. I just needed to. It just screamed. It screamed goat. What can I say? Justin, what's up, Justin? Justin's in at 1, Silverjack at 2. Here are the reverses of these. These are uncirculated notes. You get all 3 of them. If I mail it to you, I may bend it like that, but I won't bend the notes. But I may have to bend it so that I can bend it like Beckham, so I can get it to you safely. 5 now to Silverjack. Promises to pay the bearer on demand $1. It screamed goat. It just did. Sometimes when it just does, it just does, Frank. Justin back at 6. That one's got like a big peacock or something. It looks like it's probably a bush, but it reminds me of a big peacock. 7 to Silverjack. We're at 7 now, looking for 8. All the corners and everything look great. Let's look at it under the scope a little bit. 8 to Justin, 10 to Silverjack. Let's look at. There we go. Got the trees. Japanese government promises to pay the bearer on demand $10. Good night, Papa Frank. Everyone have a great evening and a wonderful day tomorrow. Thanks for your friendship. God bless. Love you, Papa Frank. So great to see you again. Thank you for coming and supporting Toni Z. I know she's a longtime friend of yours and mine, and just a wonderful, wonderful lady. Great to see you, Papa Frank. I'll invoice you tomorrow. Thanks so much, buddy. All right, here is the $1 note. All right, we're going once at, I think, 7? No, 8. No, 10 to Silverjack, looking for 11. 10 going twice, looking for 11. And here is the 50. We're at 10, looking for 11. Give 10, that's redeemable for 10. How does that work? I don't know. New math. 10, looking for 11. We got 10. Last chance to dance to Mr. Silverjack. And we are S to the O to the L D. Silverjack at 10. Congratulations. Thank you again, friends. That one is sold at 10 to Silverjack. Lot 19, 10. To Silverjack. Lot 19 in the books, $10 Silverjack. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you so much. 20 coming up. All right, we got some really nice looking wheat cents. Brown, green, or no, green. Red to red brown, but here we go. They're $1 starting bid, 1945 Philly. Speedy's in at $5. The 1946 is absolutely incredibly blast red. 1946 Philly, we're at 5, looking for 6. 1947 Philly. So more on the red to red brown, but these are from Toni Z's collection, and they are red to red brown. Here's the 47, and here's the 48. Dan Wade comes in at 6. GMAP in at 10. So 1945 through 1948 consecutive years, and they're all Philadelphia. So Here's the 48 again. I'll go descending. Speedy's out. Thank you, Speedy. $10 to GMAP. Here's the 48. Here's the 47. Thanks, Richard. Here's the 46. The 46 is like glowing compared to the other three, just to let you know. And then here is the 45. Leanne, is that a guess for the giveaway? None of them have been eaten yet by small children. That's true, Johnny Rainbow. None of these were fetched out of children's stomachs. I can confidently say that. Pretty confidently. All right, we'll just hold on for Leanne for a second and see. I don't think it was a bid. All right, 45, Philly. $46, Philly. We're gonna have patience and wait. 214. I'm not sure what she was doing with that one. All right, we're gonna say we are still at $10 to GMAP. It's okay, Leanne. $10 to GMAP. Last chance to dance. 10 looking for 11. JJ's counting it down. 10 looking for 11. And we are S to the O to the L. D. Sold at $10. GMAP, congratulations, my friend. Thank you, everyone, for checking those out. And lot 20, $10 to GMAP. There we go. Congrats, GMAP. Lot number 20, $10 coming your way. Lot 21 coming up. Thank you, Mary. Speedy's in at $10. These are 1953 through 1956 Denvers, and they are all blast red, uncirculated. Speedy at 10, 1953 Denver, 1954 Denver, $1955 Denver, and a 1956 Denver. So 1953 through 1956 Denvers, and they're all red, uncirculated. I'm sending my payment. Please take the 64 proof and 67 and re-auction. Oh man, Robert Pintoff, thank you so much, buddy. I'll do that at the end of the auction tonight. I'm sending my. Please take the 64 Kennedy proof 67 and re-auction it. All right, the proof 67 Kennedy. Let me look for it really quick, and then Robbie P. Proof 60. All right, I got it. All right, we're at 11 to GMAP on this one. Robert, I'm going to show really quickly, and thank you so much, my friend. This is just the $50 is going to go to Tony Z already, and he said to re-auction this one off. So stay tuned, everyone, because after the last lot, after 25, we're going to re-auction this one. And thank you, Robbie P. That is really gracious. Exactly, Otis. And GMAP. All right, GMAP is at 11. We'll say going once. These are brilliant uncirculated wheat cents, 1956 down to 1953, and they're all Denvers. All right. $12 says Speedy. We got Speedy in at 12. All right, 56, 55, 54. Yep, RP is a class act for sure, Frankie. 1954 Denver, 1953 Denver. GMAP back at 13. 1956 Denver. Speedy's out. Thank you, Speedy. GMAP at 13 going once. And the 55. I can't drive 55. Going once says Blue Moon. We're going to go twice at 13. GMAP at 13. Going twice. All in last chance to dance at 13 to GMAP. Thanks, Blue Moon. JJ's counting it down, looking for 14, if not for GMAP. Lot number 21 at $13 is S to the O to the L. D. GMAP at 13. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, bidders. 21 for 13 to GMAP. GMAP. Whoops. There we go. Lot 21 in the books, 13 to GMAP. Thank you again, my friend. 22 coming up. All right, so these were donated by our friends Speedy and his wife Kathy. This is going to be a choice, so you'll get whoever the highest bidder is can choose whichever one they want. These are clad quarters, but they are uncirculated 3-coin set, P, D, and S, and the S one is the proof one. It's not the S uncirculated. So you'll get either the White Mountain, they're all 2013, the White Mountain, the Fort McHenry, the Perry's Victory, the Mount Rushmore, or the Great Basin. So this is a $1 starting bid, and you'll get your choice of which one you want. You can pick all of them at the top bid, or you can just choose the one that you want. Silverjack is in at 5. Thank you, Silverjack. So I'll show you really quickly kind of what we're looking at. Fervid's Finds, good time. Good to see you, man. First time viewer here, just watched the auction. JJ invited me. I subscribed and liked. Thank you, Fervid. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Jack comes in at 10, Silverjack at 12. Okay, so here's what they'll look like. This is like the P, this is the S proof, and this is the D. So you'll get the uncirculated P and D, and then you'll get the S proof. They are all clad, though, just to remind you. Silverjack is back at 12. Here's the Mount Rushmore. You got the P, you got the S proof, and then you've got the D. So uncirculated P, D, and then the proof S. Here's the Perry's Victory, P, S, proof, and D uncirculated. Silverjack at 12. We'll say going once at 12 to Silverjack. Any other interest? I'll try to show you as best I can. But so you get basically the silver, or that, not the silver, excuse me, the proof San Francisco, and then the P and the D uncirculated. You're bidding to pick one, or you're bidding to pick one of these, or if you want to buy all of them at the high bid, then you can do that. But we're going twice at 12, I believe. Jack at 10, 12 to Silverjack. Silverjack at 12. Jack Gallman is out. We got a name alert. Silverjack, count it down at 12. You will get your choice. And we are at 12. S to the O to the L. D. Silverjack, congratulations. These are up to your discretion. Which one or ones would you like at $12, Silverjack? I want the Perry Victory ones. You got it. So Silverjack, Perry's Victory. All right. So Silverjack at 12, you get that one. If anyone else, I think the next person was Jack Gallman. Let me ask Jack Gallman next, and then I'll open it up for everybody. But Jack Gallman. Yeah, Jack Gallman. If you wanted a different one besides the Perry's Victory, just let me know, Jack Gallman. And this one is 22. $12 Silverjack. All right, I got you, Silverjack. I go to the island where that monument is. Cool. Could I send you 2 pics of a coin I would like to donate? Yes, definitely. Roadies, send me an email. Just send me an email, Roadies, and I'll be happy to show it off and auction it off for Toni. Thank you so much. Perry's Victory, Silverjack at $12. This is coming to you. And then Jack Allman says pass. Okay, if anyone else wants one of these at $12 or any or all of these at $12, just let me know. White Mountain, Fort McHenry, Mount Rushmore, and or the Great Basin. If anyone wants one of these at $12 to go to, how do I register? Furvids, you can, if you know, and I recognize you from the community, if you know, or I know that you know JJ and everything, you're welcome to bid, and then just send me an email. So I'm happy to let you bid and support the cause. All right, anyone interested at bidding at $12? If not, we'll just keep it moving. But let me know if you want to, and just if the mods can let me know. These will be open for buy it now at 12, and it'll be lot 22. Lot 22's choice. Yeah, no, I understand. Bin all and send to Toni. All right, Furbids. Yeah, no, I totally trust you, and you're absolutely welcome to bid. All right, Frank Mons says I will bid all of them except for Perry's Victory. So Perry's Victory goes to Silverjack, and then buy it now times 4. Thank you, Frank Mons. And these were not hers. These were a donation from Speedy and his wife. So thank you so much, Frank. So 22, I crossed out the Perry's Victory because that's the one that Silverjack got. So buy it now times 4, Frank Mons to Toni. I should put the price $12. All right, buy it now, 12 times 4, $12. Frank Mons to Toni. Thank you so much, my man. All right, thank you, Roadies. I will check that. Don't let me forget, please, that Roadies sent something that he would like me to auction off, and I wanna remember that and honor that. Okay, here we go, y'all. These are the Canadian coins, and we got already a starting bid of $7. Thomas tripped on a nickel. These are going to be 80% silver. And it's a proof like 1958 dime, 80% silver. And then it's also a 1966 Caribou quarter. $7 to Thomas tripped on a nickel, looking for 8. Okay, Roadies. Yeah, I just don't want to forget. Thank you so much for thinking of her and offering to auction something off on her behalf. CanCan, don't forget. Thank you, Speedy. Hampton Consultants, greetings from the swamp. What's up, my swamp cabbage brother? Thank you for coming, Steve Hampton. Good to see you, buddy. Shipping available to Canada. Yes, I will ship once a month, though, Furvid. So I send stuff to Blockas and some other people in Canada over Nick Molnar and a few other people. But yes, I usually will send it like once a month though, just in case to kind of hold on in case you win something too. I'll just add it to everything. All right, we're going twice now. We are at, I think, $7. Thomas tripped on a nickel. I know both BB and Nick. Nice, Fervid. $8 says Fervid Fines. Thank you, Fervids. First time bidder. Could be a first time winner. Thomas tripped on nickels back at number 9. Number 9. So the 1966 Caribou quarter and the proof, like, it's got some haziness, I think, from being in the plastic holder that it was in, but it is a 1958 proof, like, dime. Right on, Frank. I'm glad that you're here, Fervid. Fervid's in at 10. Looking for 11. We'll say going once at 10 to Fervid. Caribou. Caribou. 11 says tripping on a nickel. Tripping on a nickel. Should be there with auction for T and subject. Okay, let me check. I see it. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Somebody sent an extra 15 to Toni. Thank you. All right, I won't. Here we go. I got it, roadies. Must send an email with my email and physical address so I can send it. You got it. Let me see what it is, and I'll. Ooh. Wow. Well, hot damn. All right, let me go back. Yeah. I'm going to look that up on my iPad so I can show it off easier. All right, last chance to dance. We are going to Thomas at 11. S to the O to the L D. Thomas tripped on a nickel. Got distracted on that one. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. Thomas, that is coming to you at 11. Turned it up to 11. Spinal Tap style. TOAN. Thanks, Thomas. Lot number 23 in the books. 11 to Thomas tripped on a nickel. All right, 2 more, and then we've got the one to replay from Robert Pintoff, and I have a few other surprises. They are 1921 Morgans that we can auction off that Toni has. All right, here we go. Lot 24. This is a nice looking 1921 Denver Morgan silver dollar, and it does have a bunch of die cracks. $20 starting bid, which is, I'm quite the juggler. I try to juggle many different hats. Okay. Here we go. So you can see right here in particular, this is a big old die crack going all the way from the rim, under the one, under her neck, and up to her chin. Dove is in at 20. Let me put this. All right. So it is circulated, but I will wear the glove for it and just kind of respect the coin as much as I can. But all right, so there you have the big old die crack right there. I believe that might be it on the obverse. And then here's the reverse. It does have some die cracks on the reverse. You can see you can see right here, there's a die crack coming. Fervid's in at 21. Got some nice toning there too. 23 to Dove Season. So it does have some wear on its chest feathers, but here's the D mint mark down here. And then it does have a couple little die cracks right here. 27 to Dove. But the most pronounced die cracks on it are right here, a little bit down here, and then 28 to Fervid, 30 to Dove, and then this big one on the obverse right here. That one going like straight up and down. 30 to Dove, looking for 31. Oh, and then it does have the one up here. Yeah, it's got a... All right, we're at 30 to Dove, looking for 31. Any other interest? If not, we'll say going once at 30 to Dove. Going once at 30. Looking for 31. Going twice at 30 to Dove. Final warning, last chance to dance. JD is going to counter down. Thank you, buddy. 5. Looking for 31. It's a good deal on this, Morgan. Dove at 30. And we are S to the O to the L. Dove. No, we got Robert Pintoff in at 40 just in time. Counter down again, I guess, starting at 5. We got Robert Pintoff. If you want to get in, we're looking for 41. JJ's going to count it down again at 5. Looking for 41 now. Robert Pintoff in at 40. Count it down from 5. Thanks, JJ. He's counted down now. Get your bids in at 41 if you want. If not, we are counting it to 40. Robert Pintoff, S to the O to the L. D. Robert Pintoff, congratulations. Sold at 40 to Robert. Thank you, everyone, again for your bids. Robert Pintoff at 40. This is coming to you. One more 1921 Morgan with some die cracks, and lot 25 coming up, but 24 in the books, $40 to Robert. Robbie P. All right, hold on one second. Let's move this over. Lot 24, $40, Robbie P. And 25, here we go. We already have opening bid. Dove Season at 20. Thank you, Dove. Looking for 21. This is the 1921 Philly, and this one has some really nice die cracks. This is in nicer condition, though. This is more AU to BU condition. 25 to Fervid, 27 to Dove. All right, here we go. This one is in much nicer condition. It has a die crack coming here all the way up to the rim right there. And like I said, it's in much nicer condition, probably AU to BU if I had to guess or make an estimate. It has much better chest feathers and just luster and everything. It's definitely in better condition. 33 now to Dove Season, looking for 34. Most of the die cracks are on the obverse, I believe, on this one. There's not a lot on the reverse. The reverse just looks really, really nice. But I think the main die cracks, yeah, were right here and then coming straight up. Cheek looks good. There's a little ding on her, or a little dimple or something on her chin. I'm not sure. But we got Dove at 33. We'll say going once, looking for 34. 33, looking for 34 on the 1921 Philly Morgan dollar. Little die crack coming, a couple die cracks coming straight up. Fervid's in at 34. We got Fervid's fines at 34 now, holding strong. Anyone for 35? Where's Robert with his hammer? Dove season's in at 35. We got Dove now at 35. Dove at 35. Yeah, those two are basically, I think those are basically it on this one. No, there's actually a little one up here by the, yeah, there's a little one that comes up here. Anyways, going once at 35 to Dove. Count it down to Dove. Going twice at 35 to Dove. Right on, Fervid. Thank you so much, though, for your bids. Appreciate you coming and chilling with us. Going twice. Thank you, Blue Moon. Last chance to dance at 35 to Dove season. Going to Dove at 35. Last chance to dance. John Jacobs is counting it down at 35. Looking for 36. If not, this one is S to the O to the L. D for Dove season. I do believe this one's coming to Dove. Dove, you're getting a Morgan. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Dove. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. Let me move this one back. All right, 1 second. I'm going to do the one from Robert CanCan for the wonderful assistance you give to this community. Please accept this Morgan for your personal collection. You are a humanitarian, caring friend to all. Which Morgan, Robert? Thank you so much, my friend. Which, did you win that one, Robert? Hold on 1 second. No, Dove won that one. Robert, which one are you referring to? Thank you so much, my friend, Robert. Let me make sure that I reconstitute this one properly, though. This one goes to Dove at 35. But thank you, Robert, man. That was really unexpected and thoughtful. All right, let me make sure that I get this 35 to Dove. All right, so 25. This is the last one that we did. $35 to Dove. Thank you so much, Robert. That is really, really thoughtful. Let me just, and now let me make sure that I know which one he's talking about. He won one a few lots ago. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me look for it. Oh, Robbie P. I got you. Here it is. 1960 proof Benji. I think I got it. I think it's this one, the 21D with the die cracks. I think it was 24. I think it's 24. Yeah, Robert, is this the one that you're referring to? Thank you, my man. Whatever it is, it's gonna be well received. But is this it, Robert Pintoff? Yes. All right. Thank you, Robbie P. That is most kind of you. Thanks, Robbie P. Lot number 24. Robbie P won it, and he said gifted to CanCan. Thank you, my friend, and I really do appreciate you. And with no further ado, Robbie Pintoff has decided to re-auction this off, and so I'm going to auction this off, and then I'm going to auction off a gift that was donated just now from Roadies. So I want to thank Roadies, and I want to thank Robert Pintoff. Good night, Fervid. Hope you all have an awesome, hold on one second, have an awesome week and a blessed night. Hope to see you all again next time. Thank you, Fervid. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming and being a part of our auction tonight. It was really cool to meet you. All right, I'm going to auction this one off again, and let me put it in the chat really quickly. This one is going to one of you. We're going to start it off at $20 again. It's a re-auction. Robert Pintoff won it, so I'm going to call it 8B re-auction. Robbie P for 50. Starting bid 20. All right, 1964 proof. PCGS PR67. All right, everyone. Roadies is in at 20 already. Or no, Speedy. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. All right. I'm just going to, I think we all know what we're bidding on. Here, I'm just going to show it to you quickly. Re-auction 8B. It was actually lot 8. Robbie Pintoff said win it at $50, but re-auction it. So starting bid is $20. 1964 proof 67. It's a 90% silver. All right, we got Roadies at 22, Otis at 23, $30 says Speedy. All of this money will go to Toni Z. This is a re-auction, and this one is above and beyond me making my money back on the collection that I bought from her. So $30 to Speedy. Thank you so much, Robbie P. He's selling and donating at the same time, I think, CanCan. Who, Roadies? Yeah, I think it's going, if he's gonna auction it off, it's going to Toni Z for sure. All right, any other interest? We're at $30, going once at 30 to Speedy. I gotta get my, there it is. I gotta pull up my email on my iPad. Going twice at $30 to Speedy. $50 says Biggie143. He's coming in hot. Let me put it down. It's gonna burn my hand. We got Biggie143 coming in hot at $50. It is a proof 67. And we got Biggie in at 50. All right, let me open this out to my friend Biggie, says Speedy. Thank you, Speedy. Going once then to Biggie, donating it to T only. I got you. Not selling on my behalf. I totally understood you, Roadies. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm going to look it up right now on the iPad so that I can show it off. And this will be coming directly. The next lot will be coming as a donation from Roadies. And just send me your information or whoever wins this, and I'll pass it on to Roadies so that he can send it on to you, and you can make sure that you get it. Let me. Okay. It's an cool. Last chance to dance. Here we go at $30 or $50 to Big E. Sold Biggie143, and then I'll put up what Roadies has for the information on it. Biggie at 50, congratulations. Robbie P, thank you so much again for relisting that, and it just gave her $100, and that will be a lot of groceries while she's on the mend for Toni Z. 50 Big E. Congrats, Biggie. Send it back to Toni Z. How did I know? All right, Biggie, and he says, gift to Toni Z. Back in her collection. I love it, Toni. Sometimes you just gotta show up and be kind. And Toni Z, Robert Pintoff won lot 8 for $50. He said re-auction it. Biggie won it for $50. He says give that to Toni Z. Biggie, I owe you dinner. All right, let me take the coin. That's going back to you, Toni. I'll put it with your pile. Okay, now this one is going to be lot 26, I'll call it. And this is that is awesome, Brent. Absolutely. Just incredible. All right, so this one is going to be lot 26, we'll call it. And it's donated by Roadies. Now, let me go back quick. He brought up what it actually is in the chat. Okay, it's an 8-inch or an 8 era coin from a tournament played 11 days to win it. You can only get it by playing or eBay or such. It's NGC graded number 336 out of 350. The second season, same folks who released the 24 and 25 ASE privies. All right, so this one, here we go. No matter your situation like me, people can use your help. That's so awesome, man. All right, thank you so much. This is going to be from Roadies. It is the PCGS. I'm going to show you guys quickly what it is. And whoever wins this, the money I will send directly to Toni Z, and then I will send your information to Roadies so that he can mail this to you. Let me show you what this is. This is a really cool looking thing. All right. Gem Uncirculated Season 2. Let's say I'm paying for shipping as well, says Roadies. $50 starting bid. I think this is probably worth much more than $50, but let's start it at a $50 starting bid. And here is what it looks like. Let me show you here. Okay. 8th era metal by who? Colorized Gem Uncirculated Season 2, 1 of 350 struck. Here's what it looks like. Time for me to go to the time clock. All right, Jack. Here's what it looks like. So the 8th era. Here's what the other side looks like. So $50 starting bid, which is, this is 1 ounce of silver, which I think, especially being graded. Here's the reverse side of the NGC. Series 2 era, nice gang, 1000B, size of a Morgan, basically. Right on, Roadies. It's not silver. Is this silver or not silver? Actually, I want to be sure. Is it silver or it's not silver? Gem Uncirculated. Actually, I need to understand if it's silver or not silver. Speedy's in at 50, but let me find out first, Speedy. If it's not silver. Okay. It's not silver. Gotcha. Not silver. All right, Speedy, you probably saw that, but we got Speedy in at 50. I gotcha. Thank you so much for clarifying. We got Speedy, though, at 50. We'll say looking for 51. Can I go to dinner too? That would be awesome, Mary. I think, Speedy, do you want to stay in on your bid, Speedy, at 50, or did you retract? Let me find out first. Speedy retracted. Okay, no worries. Looking for 50 then, if anyone is interested. Start at lower since it's not silver. All right, $30. Any interest at $30? Thank you, Roadies. I apologize. I think I just kind of spaced it, and I think I assumed that it was. All right, let's look for $30 then on this one. It's a Gem Uncirculated 8th era metal. Speedy's in at 30 then. Thank you, Speedy. And again, it's free shipping. It's coming from Roadies, and I want to thank you for your donation. And this one, the money's going directly to Toni Z. So we got Speedy at 30, looking for 31. Any other interest in this one? Thank you so much, Roadies. And I love it when people kind of get inspired. And that's how I got inspired to give in the coin community, was by Toni Z. And she kind of set the tone for me. And I just kind of took it and ran with it as well. So thank you, Speedy. Thank you, Toni. And thank you, Roadies, for donating this one. Going twice, $30, probably the cost of getting it graded. JJ's counting her down, looking for 31. We are 5, 4. Last chance to dance. Thank you so much, Roadies. Super dope of you to think beyond yourself and what you're going through, and to just really help somebody else out. So that one is going to you, Speedy. Thank you so much, Roadies, for donating that. And 26 to Speedy for 30. Speedy, I will send Roadies your information so that he can send it to Toni. Roadies, I will send you Toni's information so that you can send it to her. I love it. Gift to Toni. Speedy, that's really cool. Yep, I got you, Lisa and JJ. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Lot 26 donated by Roadies, a new friend. Thank you so much for just being a part of what we're doing here. $30, Speedy bought it, and he says, gift it to Toni Z. And Roadies says, that sounds great. I agree. Very nice. Well, everyone, I want to try to get the most for Toni that I can, and she does have some more. She does have some more Morgans. They're all 1921s. I'm just gonna do. I'll bring some back for the next auction, but I want to try to get her as much tonight as I can. So I'm gonna do a quick. I'll just do a quick lot, and then I'll bring the rest back another time, like next week or something. But if I can, let me just do one more lot of her. Thank you, folks. This is how the world should treat each other. My heart is full. Peace to all. Thank you, Robbie P. Any 21 S's. I did have one, Speedy, but I put it in I did it in one of the lots already. I did a PD and an S of the 21s, but that was the only 21S I have that were hers. All right, so this is going to be 27, we'll call it. This will be the last lot, and we'll do the end of stream and the good night song. All right, lot of 3. 1921 Morgans. 2 1921 P, 1 1921 D with cracks. All right, so I'm going to start these all at $20 each, which is a starting bid of $60. So this is going to be the last lot of the night. Lot 27. It's 3 1921 Morgan dollars. Two 1921 P, 1 1921 D with cracks. Starting bid $60. We already got some bids. Thank you, Roadies. And at 60, 65 to Otis, 69 to Dove. All right. So the 1921, like I said, has die cracks, like kind of like the other one that I showed. Roadies is in at 20. Oh, shoot. All right. Remove. I got to add another one again. Present. 70 to Roadies, 77 to Dove. Give me 1 second. I had to add the camera again. Add it to stage. Okay. Here we go. So here's the 21 Denver. This one does have die cracks on it. I'm not going to really have the time to show you. And here are the other ones. 77 to Dove. These are the two 1921 Phillies. So fairly nice condition. Maybe AU, maybe XF. Thomas Tripton nickel in at 80. And here's the third one. So that one definitely has lost its luster. This would be like an XF. I don't think this one would get AU. It's lost definitely the luster on the top parts and the fields in the back, but still, you got three fairly nice Morgans, 1921. It frazzles your brain sometimes there. It totally does, Roadies. Doing these definitely is like juggling. Somebody was talking about juggling earlier, and I do feel like I'm juggling when I'm doing these auctions by myself. But it's a labor of love. Going once at 80 to Thomas Tripton a nickel, you will get three 2000 or 1921 Morgans. Two of them are Phillies, and one of them is a Denver. 88 says, thank you, Silverjack. 88 says Dove season. We got 88 for Dove. This one is the Denver. All right. Well, let's see where let's get down on the Denver one. See where these die cracks are. All right, 88 going once to Dove. Thanks, Richard. All right, where? Maybe it was the obverse. I know that there are definitely die cracks on this one. A little bit on the stars. Oh, there we go. Under the E. Thanks, Lisa. Going once, going twice. Last chance to dance. Count it down to Dove at 88. Yeah, there's a couple of the die cracks there. The E and the pluribus. Around the dollar area as well. Thanks, Roadies. Yeah. Hard to remember where they are. And we're sold 88 to Dove season. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Dove. Thank you, everyone. Again, just an incredible show of love and support to Toni Z. That is 27 and Dove at 88. Sweetness, thanks, CanCan. You're welcome, Dove. Thank you as well. 88 to Dove. All right, my friends. Again, to remind you, 26, the donated lot by Roadies. Thank you so much. Speedy won it at $30, and he said, gift it to Toni Z. And then the last lot of the night, 27, lot of 3 Morgans from 1921 and $88 to Dove. Thank you so much. Woo! Toni, I'll either, keep these or I'll try to sell them off next week, but I think we should count our blessings where we are and just realize that this has been an incredible night and time to give something away. Whoops. Hey, I'm back. I lost you. Wait. I did the Hi. I'm back. Toni, I hope this out. I hope this helps you out with rent, food, and such. I hope this helps you out over the next few weeks. Thank you, Roadies. And I wanna just really tell people, I don't like to focus on the negative. I don't like to focus on things that are bad things that are happening, but I want to really make it clear to people, Toni Z has already had surgery for her leg, and she has to have at least 2 more surgeries. She has to have her whole kneecap replaced. One of these surgeries that she has upcoming after she gets the outer hardware off is she has to have her kneecap replaced. She basically shattered her tibia and her fibula, the 2 bottom bones in her leg, shattered them. So she needs also a new kneecap. So she has a long road ahead of her, and I want to make it clear, like, she really has a long road ahead of her. Toni says, thank you everyone for being here tonight. I love all of you so much. I have 1 or 2 more surgeries to get through, and I will send out giveaways. And there she's thinking about like giving giveaways as well while she's laid up, literally laid up. So thank you, JJ. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Lisa and Blue Moon, and everybody who's come together to help out tonight. And it really does take a village, and it brings a lot of joy to me and to Toni, especially for everybody just coming out and respecting her and understanding, like, people who give, they need help sometimes too, and it's hard for people who are givers to sometimes receive the help, but they need others sometimes to advocate for them, and that's kind of where we're all coming in right now, is we're advocating for Toni Z. So thank you, I Dig Sheet, great to see you. Thank you everyone again for like just chilling. Let's give something away. This is going to be the EOS, and I'm going to put the if you won the early bird, you're exempt, but you're welcome to just kind of chill. CanCan, send a little something with PayPal friends and family for Toni. Thank you, NH Greg. And I know that you all trust me to know that I'll be a good steward, and I will pass this on to Toni Z. And I just appreciate you all trusting me and understanding that we're gonna send her as much money, and everything that you send as a donation, I'm sending 100%. Especially if you send it friends and family, I don't have to take any of the the PayPal fees from it. So thank you all. It really does means everything to Toni. Okay, one guess only. Closest without going over will be our winner, and we're gonna do this as soon as I put it in the chat. One guess only. Closest without going over will be our winner, and no retractions. If there's a tie, we will do a tiebreaker. CanCan, thank you for doing the shows. What a great man you are. Well, thank you, Roadies, and right back at you, because you've shown with your kindness tonight, just being here, and then also by donating something. It really says a lot about you and the kind of man that you are. So thank you. Okay, good luck, everyone. Patty, happy late birthday. All right, here's the range. Wait until I put it in the chat, and then you'll have until I finish playing a special song. And this one goes out to Mary B and to Toni Z. Here we go. 400 to 500, go. Fall is here, hear the yell. Back to school, ring the bell. Brand new shoes, walking blues. Climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee, through the park and by the tree. We will rest upon the ground and look at all the bugs we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. As stood on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell. Nouns and books and show and tell. Playtime, we'll throw the ball, then back to class. Through the hall, the teacher marks our height against the wall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. Teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she loves the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed, when silly thoughts run through my head about the bugs and alphabet. When I wake tomorrow, I'll bet you and I will walk together again. 'Cause I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. All right, good luck, everyone. Get your guesses in because I have to call this EOS S to the T to the O P. Victoria, she got in just in time. Good luck, everyone. 483. Closest to 483 without going over. 483. 477. Is it 477? Victoria. I think it is 477. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I see Rhodey saying it. Mike Schley says Jenna 477. Jenna, I believe that you are the one who has won. Yep, Jenna, congratulations, Jenna Nesbitt. This one is coming to you. Let me show you what you won. Let me put your name on here. You get the CanCan sticker, EOS. Heck yeah, heckin' yeah, Jenna Nesbitt. 2 T's? Yeah. EOS, Jenna Nesbitt. Congratulations. Let me show you quickly what you've won. This comes from the Chumash Casino. The Chumash Casino. And this is in just north of Santa Barbara, California. Welcome to freedom. Really great people, really cool casino and resort, and we had a great time. I went there for my birthday. Thank you to Mrs. CanCan for sending us there. Also from Ramno 8790, you will get the Tiger's Heart, and you'll get the Rose Quartz Heart. You'll also get the Taurus Strong Like Bull from Ramno. Taurus copper round from Ms. Toni Z herself, the woman of the night, 1958 P&D uncirculated red wheat cents. From Namaste Forget Me Not, a 2024 P brilliant uncirculated Jefferson nickel, and then a silver sandwich. You'll get 2 war nickels sandwiched with the creamy filling of delicious mercury dimes. And to wash it down, you'll get a Coca-Cola bottle cap, cork-backed bottle cap. It was made for me. I'm a Taurus. Yes. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Sweet, Jenna. I love that you're a Taurus. That makes me happy. All right. Please send a claim email just so I can remember where you live and everything. And Jenna Nesbitt, congratulations. Everyone, I really just want to tip my hat, honest to God, because I know better than an Oreo because it's silver. Like I said, Toni Z is just an incredibly special lady to me. And I think it's fitting to just kind of show a few pictures of her just so that you can kind of understand. I know that some of you may not know what she looks like, and roadies and all the new people who have come, Brent Straddle, and it's important that I kind of let you know who the person is and really kind of celebrate her right now, because she's she's hurting, and she's a great friend of ours, and I just want to show you really quickly Toni Z, and here she is. So that's Toni Z, and I'll show you. Here she is standing with her two strong legs, and she's going to be back standing again on two strong legs. Those elegant Italians are strong, and here she is with Gunny, and just a beautiful lady. Here she is with my mom, Mama CanCan, and Toni Z. You're going to be back on your feet. You're going to be stronger than you were before this happened to you, and you got a lot of people rooting for you, and I'm top of that list. So just keep going, fall down 7 times, stand up 8, and don't you worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. We're singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, and they're singing, this is my message to you. And they're singing, don't worry, la da 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 about a thing, la da 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 da, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright, la da 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 da. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun, and 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, and they're singing, this is our message to you. And they'll be singing, don't worry about a thing, don't you worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. We won't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright, because every little thing is gonna be alright. La da 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 da. Toni, help on the way. There's help on the way, and you get what you give, and you're such a giving woman, and you're such a beautiful soul, and you're not alone. You'll never walk alone. And Toni Z, we're gonna support you tonight. We're gonna support you in the future when you need it. And thank you, everyone, for just opening your hearts, opening your heads, and just doing something for others, because we're all going to need some help now and then. So until next time, everyone, just really know that you're not alone, and reach out if you need to talk to somebody, because it's a great place to start when you count your blessings and not your problems. So your blessings to me, your blessings to my family, and tonight you were a huge blessing to Toni Z. Talk to you soon. Peace.